they use the word hate to display just how much they hate something. So we're gonna get this thing right now, you guys. For you guys that are here, definitely appreciate you guys for being here. You guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you decide that it'd be a damn good idea for you guys to out with me, and I definitely appreciate that. And I am going to I'm just going to be with you guys for about a half an hour or so, and then I'm a boogie on out of here. Um, but to me, I found this conversation yesterday somewhat of an interesting one. So I thought it'd be a good idea to definitely share it with you guys. All right, so all right, so I want to welcome you guys to Chris One Radio Group, Seven Cities Radio. I got individuals joining me on various different platforms that I'm streaming on tonight. So, but I wanted to make this thing. I wanted to make this thing something that I want to bring everybody in on, and it's just pretty much a message um, that I want to bring to you guys tonight because of this. I was talking to a woman today, and this woman says to me that she, in fact, it's nothing new, y'all. I've heard this before, but this woman was very adamant um, about telling me she hate Donald Trump. And the one thing that I realized that I can't have a conversation with somebody is 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 using something what I call social hate, and I'm gonna coin that phrase. You guys that follow me a lot, you guys gonna hear me say that a lot, and I want to say um, I want to say social hate because it's nothing personal. It is a social. It's what's going on. It's the climate in which individuals want to use because it's really out of convenience. Let me shut this damn car off. All right, so I do apologize about that. Forgot it was running. I forgot the car was running. All right, so social hate. It's a definition. I'm gonna go ahead and coin this this definition, and I'm gonna call it social hate because um, I'm beginning to see that like a pair of Timberlands in the hood or a pair of or tattoos. These are styles, and styles they are taken on by individuals. There's nothing wrong with tattoos. I like tattoos. I like Timbs. I don't own a pair. I don't have any tattoos. But they're these things. They're trend. They are trends. And when it comes to Donald Trump, hating him is also seems to be a trend. All right, so I'm gonna jump right into this thing here. So I was talking to an individual today, and she just openly told me, she said, I hate Donald Trump. Now, when she said, is this mic on? Testing. This mic on. I don't know what the hell is going on with all of my equipment today is acting up. It's acting up. All right, I guess I'm on. I don't, let me see. Let me check my equipment to see if I hear me. Okay, all right. I'm live. Okay, beautiful. Okay, and I definitely appreciate that. All right, so this woman, we started talking about presidents, and I asked this woman. I said, so who is the worst president that we've had in your lifetime? This woman stated that Bill Clinton was the worst president that we had. And I said, no, I'm sorry. I said Bill Clinton was. She said Donald Trump is the worst president we had. I asked this woman, why is Donald Trump the worst president? She claimed Donald Trump stopped Meals on Wheels. So she hates Donald Trump because Donald Trump stopped Meals on Wheels. People, let me tell you something about that word hate. That word hate is chemistry. All right? It's chemistry. A basketball team that's working in harmony is kind of like the Golden State Warriors. You see them playing, blowing teams out, having fun. They have good chemistry. When you say you hate something, hate is supposed to flow with you. Whatever you are, whatever the characteristics that you have about yourself, they are supposed to flow with you. So y'all know, I need y'all to follow me. When you say you hate something, and then I ask you the reason why you hate something, and you hate something because something wasn't given to you, that in which wasn't even owed to you. So let me explain to you the differences. If I work for you, and it's time for you to pay me for work rendered, then if you don't pay me, I'm probably going to hate you. I'll fucking bite you. I'll fucking bite you. All right? But if I'm on the street panhandling, hey man, you got a dime? Come on, man. I seen you in the store buying some damn oatmeal. Come on, man. I seen you. Man, I seen you buying some damn oatmeal. Man, I seen the dude give you some change. I was looking right through the glass, man. Come on, man. Give me a dime. No, man, I ain't giving you a dime. Oh, I hate you. It's real hard for me to swallow that narrative of hate. So one thing I don't like to do, and individuals know this, I do not like to carry on a conversation with an ignorant person. And I don't mean ignorant from the perspective of you just dumb. I just mean ignorant from the perspective of you're not even educated on the topic in which you're trying to express. You have absolutely no education on it. So that's when I asked her, who's the worst president of our lifetime? She said, Donald Trump. I said, who was the best? She expected me for her to say President Barack Obama. So she went the other way with it and said Bill Clinton. I said, Bill Clinton signed in the worst domestic law that we will ever see in our lifetime. You didn't know that? No, I didn't. Okay. So I then asked this individual, how could I expect you to then be educated on Donald Trump, the very man you hate? Because people politics. So let me back up when I say this. People, you're not governed by religion more than you are politics. But yet you can talk to any old black person and they'll think that because they go to church, that makes them a good black person. I believe in God, God willing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Ask them about politics and they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I find that to be ignorant, like to the third degree. I find that to be ignorant. I do. I'm sorry. I just don't understand. How is it that you don't understand politics? And and let's be clear about something. Twitter is not a good teacher of politics. A Facebook post is not a good teacher of politics. So I asked this woman, if you give me one reason why you hate Donald Trump, I can give you a reason why he's doing a good job. I was then told, for every one reason you give me, I can give you 1,000 reasons why I don't like him. I said, you're talking to the wrong person. You're not talking to, your girls and the dude out, y'all getting your hair done. You're talking to the wrong person. All right? You're talking to the wrong person. Let's establish that right now. You're talking to the wrong person. I said, so if I can give you one reason to like him, you can give me 1,000 to hate him. I said, I can give you 10 things that he's doing a good job on that you know absolutely nothing about. So if I can give you stuff that you don't know nothing about, how then can you tell me you hate a man and you don't even have the full spectrum on the man? People, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. Listen to this narrative. Did I tell you? I went to Whole Foods. I went to Whole Foods, right? And what I have in this box beets coleslaw. You heard what I just said? I have beets coleslaw, right? Because I eat a lot of beets. It's good for you. Don't taste good. I assure you, if I ask 10 people about beets, you'll get the same answer. I'm not talking about the headphones, people. I'm not talking about bopping your head and shit. I'm not talking about doing a bobblehead, doing a bobblehead with some headphones on. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about beets, right? They don't taste good, right? Right? For that reason, if you ask people, why don't you like beets? They'll all say, hey, because they don't taste good. I'll second that. I went to Whole Foods and they had beets coleslaw. I said, oh, sweat. Let me check that out, right? I'm sure, right? People, if you go to Guatemala, Ecuador, Alaska, you can ask a little kid, who's the boogeyman? They'll tell you the same thing. Oh, boogeyman in closet. I hate boogeyman. Oh, you don't want to meet the boogeyman? That's what they'll do. I didn't do a study on this, but I'm sure if you tell a child, hey, I want to introduce you to the boogeyman. That's, oh, what the hell? Whoa, no. All right. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. You know, these things, a lot of things have sayings that, you ask, you ask 10 people why they hate Donald Trump. You better split them up and ask them separately, and you'll get 10 different answers. But the man is doing one job that everybody see. What I'm saying to you is this. When I say he's doing the same job. This person don't see Donald Trump, oh, he's a real terrible janitor. Oh, this guy, oh, he's a bad Uber driver. This person, oh, yeah, he's a bad painter. He's doing the job as the president. Everybody's saying the same thing. That's what I mean. This woman says, I hate Donald Trump because he canceled Meals on Wheels. I'm going to get to that in a second. So how is that even possible? How does one man project one image and it has so many different opinions? The SOS band made a song in the 80s, and the name of the song was Borrowed Love. What would make me think that I could live on borrowed love? Borrowed love is nothing more than you borrowing credit, borrowing money versus borrowed love. This isn't my love, I'm borrowing it. How could I live on borrowed love? People, everybody's borrowing hate when it comes to Donald Trump. You're borrowing it. You don't own it. That ain't your real hate. You're borrowing it. This is why you can't give a definitive answer as to why. The answer, I'm just saying, man. I've talked about this a lot. I've got, in 1983 he farted. I got in 1997 he said boogly boogly. I got in 1970 when he built the Trump Tower, he didn't hire black people. But once again, black people, you can call up your insurance company and tell your insurance company, hey, listen, on my 1996 Honda, yeah, I just want to tell you that I moved. Yeah, I don't live in the ghetto no more. I'm sorry. The ghetto is like we call a bad area. Yeah, I don't live in a bad area no more. Yes, I moved to a nice area. Yeah, I moved here. Okay. Oh, what's the zip code? Okay, 07821. Oh, my insurance is cheaper because I moved to a better area. Oh, is that a fact? Oh, it's $214 less because I moved? Same car? Same coverage, but it's cheaper because I live in a different area. I don't see no picketing. I don't see no tweeting. I don't see nobody tweeting this. I see everybody hating. And the reason why it's not authentic, the reason why it's not real, the reason why I can poke holes in your dumb, lame theories about why you hate Donald Trump, you're borrowing hate. You're borrowing hate. Come on, admit it. You're talking to the right one. You're borrowing hate. You turn on the TV and the king had lost his mind. Oh, 10 chicken nuggets for $1.49. You look at the ingredients of chicken nuggets, and I bet you if you go there and say, yeah, how you doing? Can I help you? Yeah, give me 10 of those glycemic glucose. Sir, what are you talking about? We don't sell glycemic glucose. Yes, you do. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me 10 chicken nuggets. I don't see nobody tweeting this stuff. Are you shoving this stuff in your body? Don't see nobody tweeting this stuff. I don't see nobody blasting their own insurance company. Hey, why do y'all charge more in a black neighborhood? I don't see people doing this. I'm I like, come on, man. My man Cortez, he's here. Good evening to you, sir. He said, most people only hate Trump because the media tells them to. No other reason. 2 points for you. 2 points for you. I'm not saying love the man. That I am not saying. I'm not saying love the man. I'm just saying educate yourself in politics. Okay, if for individuals that didn't know, that was the narrative of what I'm saying here. Educate yourself on politics. All right? You educate yourself on politics, then you can start getting into discussions. You can get to the round table, excuse me, and you can start expressing yourself why you hate somebody that did nothing to you. So let's talk about the Meals on Wheels thing. People, what is the image most associated with an Indian? Y'all know me. I'm out there. So just roll with me. What is the image most associated with an Indian? I'm gonna tell you. The image that I see most associated with an Indian is a teepee and a campfire with something over the campfire. If you was to see pictures of campfires with Indians, if you was to see Indian sites, you would see buffalo, killed food hanging up. You would see animals. You would see that they went out and they got their kill. People I worked today. And then at the end of the day when I worked, I had to feed myself. So I went and got me some beet coleslaw. Yum, yum. Bon appetit. So I worked today. I took my money and I went and I brought me some beet coleslaw. All right, so let's talk about Meals on Wheels for a second. I'm going to take you from the top, and we're going to end up at the bottom. All right? You brought yourself a home. It's your first home. You like it. It has those crystal doorknobs that you loved when you were a kid. Your wife, the crystal doorknobs that your wife loved when she was a kid, when she was a little girl. She always thought the doorknobs were diamond. You brought the home. You got the home at a good price. You love it. There are fees associated with owning a home. If you pay cash for the home, we will exile the mortgage from this topic of this discussion. Most people don't do that. The traditional way to buy a home is to obtain a mortgage. You go ahead and buy the home. You close on a home. Then what happens is your mortgage company normally has to open up an escrow account. You open up that escrow account. Then once you get that escrow account, then things get taken out of that escrow account, which is money, by the way. Normally added onto your mortgage. It's normally homeowners insurance and the god awful taxes. All right. So this is the point of the show when I start writing stuff down because I need to keep up with what I'm saying. So we brought the home and we got taxes. All right. So let's do the math here. We're going to go easy math. We're going to say taxes you know what? I'm going to be fair. because there are two types of states. They are the Commonwealth. You don't want to live in a Commonwealth. So I want to make sure I be fair about this. But I want to I want to help people understand. I want to be fair. I want to give, and I like to do that. I like to be fair. Okay. Okay. So let's just do it like this. All right. So now, the difference between a commonwealth and a state is this. The difference between a commonwealth and a state is this. A commonwealth, because a commonwealth, let's just say every year, let's go a month. Let's just say every month the state gets, I'm going to downscale this a lot. So when I say 10,000, I'll be like, damn, that ain't enough to buy foot powder for all these big bitches I see where I live at. So let's just say 10,000. And of course, there are 50 states. The two that I know are Commonwealth are Virginia and Pennsylvania. Those are the two that I know that are Commonwealth, right off the head. So we're going to scratch those out, and we're going to go 48. Now, we got the Puerto Rico. We got Puerto Rico, right? Now, I don't remember the details, so I'm not going to go into it. But when Puerto Rico decided they want to join the union, they didn't commit all the way. It was something about the taxes that they don't pay to us. This is why when they had that hurricane, we did not help them. So everybody wanted to blame Donald Trump. Well, I can't believe Donald Trump did this. Puerto Rico does not pay taxes to our District of Columbia. They don't. So that's why they didn't get covered when they had the hurricane. All right. But of course, Donald Trump just didn't want to help them. All right. So let me break it down to you like this. So there are 48 states, and then there are 2 states. I'm sorry, there are 48 states and then 2 commonwealths. 48 states and 2 commonwealths. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that the 48 states got a $10,000 from D.C., which is the District of Columbia. That's where the White House is, for those that don't know. All right? I'm being funny, of course. But the 2 states, the 2 commonwealths, they don't get a $10,000 monthly allotment. They'll only get $6,000. It's always an odd amount. They get $6,180. Don't ask me. That's just how it is. So you would ask yourself, well, wait a minute. How come the other 48 states get $10,000, but Virginia and Pennsylvania, the 2 commonwealths, they only get $6,180? Oh, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked. Commonwealth states, they retained a lot of their rights. This is why their laws are different. So people say, man, you commit a crime in a Commonwealth state, you'll never see the light of day because their laws are different. They said, look, we'll commit to the union, but we want to still, hang somebody every now and again. I'm exaggerating, of course. But what happens, like every other state, when they get a prisoner, they get money for the prisoner. So let's just say we're going to downscale it. Last time I checked with Pennsylvania, every time they got a prisoner, it was like $23,600, which is crazy money. Every time they cuff somebody up and put them in the prison system, they can get out tomorrow. Once they get a name on that ballot, they send it to the state sends it to DC, and they get money. It's a big, don't get me started. So Virginia is a commonwealth. So what do you think because they don't ask a lot from DC, they only get 6,180. What do you think they make up for this? How do they make up for this? How do they make up for this? How do they make up for this? I got the beautiful Miss Woodard. She said facts. She said it's bullshit. You act like you're telling me something. Okay. So how do you think these states, Ms. Barber said state taxes and prison system. Yes. So how do you think the Commonwealth make up the difference? Well, they get more from homeowners when the taxpayers pay their taxes, they get some money. So now let's talk about Meals on Wheels, because this woman was talking about Donald Trump. All right, listen up this now. She didn't like Donald Trump because Donald Trump canceled Meals on Wheels. This woman, Hampton, Virginia, a Commonwealth state. So unlike the other 48 states, they don't get a lump sum of money for their Meals on Wheels program up front. The Commonwealth states have to show a need, and then they send a bill to DC. They don't got a pot of money like the other states got. This is why in a lot of Commonwealth states, you'll find a lot of volunteer fire departments. But you're not going to find that many volunteer fire departments in New Jersey. No, sorry, Charles. But when you go into, let's say, Pennsylvania or Virginia, you can't help but to ride down the road and see VOL FD 183. VOL, Volunteer FD Fire Department 183. But you don't see VOL when you're driving around in New Jersey. You see men hanging out making $80,000 a year. So this woman, because she didn't know politics, she hates Donald Trump for something she have absolutely no knowledge about. People, when I say I am floored by ignorance and stupidity, you have no fucking idea. You have no idea. Miss Barbara says, she says, yep, all the fire departments in my parish are volunteers. Oh, is that right now? Oh, gee, how the did I know that? If I was to go up, if I was to go right now and ask that woman, so they don't offer Meals on Wheels no more? Yeah. Why do they got volunteer fire departments here? She will not even know why. In the words of my mom, y'all make my ass hurt. My mom used to kill me with that shit. Who drank my juice? I don't know. Oh, you know what? Y'all make my ass hurt. Shit. I'm just having a moment, yeah. But this to me is amazing. Amazing. It's amazing. I promise y'all. This woman said the best president that we had was Donald Trump. The best president was Bill Clinton. So then I asked this woman, are you a Democrat or are you a Republican? She says, I'm a Democrat. I said, I'm going to ask you two questions. I'm going to ask you two questions. If you answer yes to either one of these, I would seriously ask you to educate yourself on why you are a Democrat. Let's be clear, people. I'm only kicking facts. I am not interested in arguing with something that are facts. So let's be clear. The two questions that I asked this woman, I said, are you a homeowner? She said, no. Cool. It's good that you're a Democrat. I said, problem is, I got one more question for you, and I already know the answer to it because that's where I picked her up at her job. So then I asked this woman, yeah, Kobe, why you always ask that, man? Kobe be coming on my shit. Is this live? Yeah, Kobe, it's live. Is this live? Yeah. Hi, Kobe. Is this live? So then I asked her, I said, do you have a 9 to 5? She said, yes, I do. I said, I'm confused because I'm not understanding how you got a 9 to 5 and you're a Democrat. I told this individual, I think what you need to do is go back to the roots of what each party was founded on, and the words is something in which you'll agree with the Republicans. And the reason why you're claiming you're a Democrat is because you're part of the Give Me Society. Now, I didn't tell her like that. Let's be clear. I didn't tell her that. I said, well, I was real diplomatic about it. I'm telling y'all here tonight. The only reason why you're a Democrat is because you're part of the Give Me Society. Once again, when I look at a campfire, I see fires, I see meat hanging up. Why? Because they went and killed their food. If you go out in the Serengeti and look up in a tree, you'll see something hanging out of the tree. You'll see something hanging out of the tree. Some cheetah or something killed something and hung it up in the tree to come back and get it later. People, this is just me. Call me a knucklehead. Call me whatever you want. I think welfare is the worst thing that ever happened to black people, not slavery. Yep. Not slavery. I think welfare. People, I'm going to tell you something. Here's what I believe a lot of people think. A lot of people honestly think we need welfare. They think we need all these programs. We don't. You just think you need them. You will evolve. The body does that. Your brain switches. How many of you people seen The Avengers? Now I'm going to go fiction on you. But how many of you seen The Avengers? And Tony Stark, he was trying to stop the cube, the Tesseract. He was trying to stop the Tesseract, and he was flying on outside of Stark Tower, and he said, shut it down, doctor. He said, no, it wants to show us something. And then he said, okay. And then he shot at it. And then Jarvis said, sir, you can't stop that. That is sheer power. He said, yeah, I got it. Time to go to Mach whatever. So he goes and then he gets the suit. He goes and meet Loki. Then Loki throws him out of the window, and then he comes up and he shoot Loki. But if you noticed, when he looked up at the portal, his screen was blue. But Tony Stark said, we got a code red. His screen went, and then it got a red display. When the red display came, you seen bombs on the side, thrusters, all kinds of shit. You know why? Because at that moment, Tony Stark, his suit said, we now got to go into combat mode. Then he said, look, I got to go deal with these guys. That's how life is. When you see all these superheroes and they doing everything, those superheroes is the imagination of a man. That ain't no different than how they really would, Stan Lee, the late Stan Lee, he really thought he was those superheroes. Everybody wanted to be a superhero when they was a kid. Every man, that is. I can't speak for a woman. Hey, girl. But it's a fight or flight. I don't get it. It's like Donald Trump put a lot of people out of business. When the cell phone was invented, people got put out of business. How many phones do you see now? When the car was invented, how many horse breeders got put out of business? Hey, come on now, buddy. Get on out of here with that Model T. Come on now, buy one of these horses. You need to go over across town. Come on and get one of my horses. When cars came out, you seen horses $100/89/70/50. You said horses $10. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Every time something was invented, something else got destroyed. How many taxis do you see nowadays? How many taxis do you see nowadays? There was a taxi company over across the bridge, gone out of business. Bye-bye. Thanks to Uber and Lyft. How many of you listened to that speech by that god-awful ignorant yesterday? Said, yeah, he invested in taxi medallions and they're going bankrupt. The second when he told me he brought taxi medallions, I said, you just brought a bad business. Who's buying stock in 8-track companies that make 8-track players? Who buying stock in that? How many companies got closed down when they went from the 8-track player to the cassette? How many people went home? How you doing today, honey? Oh, I'm doing right. I had a hard day today. Oh, which 8-track players did you? Oh, we made Barry White 8-track players, and we made Sly and the Family Stone. Oh, yeah. I brought you one. Oh, Sly and the Family Stone. I'll just add that to the collection. And then, oh, how did work go today, honey? Yeah, we losing our job. Why? Somebody came up with a genius ass idea and made a cassette. What the hell is a cassette? Every time we evolve. And when something else is invented, something else dies. It is a fact. When there's a sunny day, cloudy days die. When the clouds come, the sunny days die. When you're hungry, food kills hunger. It's a fact. You burn your food, now hunger has another chance. Okay? You close your eyes, you kill your vision. Simple. It's an analogy that you just can't get rid of. For some reason, people think that, oh, if they kill Section 8 and welfare, black people just be like, oh. Like, oh. No. You know what? When they kill Section 8 and welfare, those little jobs that people don't want, they'll start looking more attractive. So you say, if I polish, I'm laughing at something else, y'all. You say if I polish 10 shoes an hour, I get a bonus after the third shoe. Okay, yeah, now I can polish some shoes. I spit shine and spit out in them. Now I can polish some shoes. That's how that goes. That's how it goes, y'all. To me, I find it to be amazing how people just, I don't understand how people don't get it. I don't. Ms. Barber said, most people claim they're Democrats actually hold conservative views, but are so brainwashed and politically ignorant, they don't realize it. Damn, there it is right there. Let me read that again. Most people who claim they are Democrats actually hold conservative views, but are brainwashed and politically ignorant. They don't realize it. Very well said. Kobe said, that's what we do best. They adapt and they get by. Well, yeah, that's it. You don't go through life and just, there's just no way this is, I can, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Right. No, yeah, they are. Listen, I owned a record shop when Eminem's album came out. When Eminem's first album came out, I had a record shop. I used to get Eminem's, I used to get CDs for $6 and DVDs for $8 to $11 for a DVD. I used to get them from D distributors out in California. And then when streaming came out, everything doubled. It cost me $12 to get a CD. And I said, the name of my shop was $10 CDs. So it put me out of business. How can I buy product for $11 that I sell for $10? I used to sell PlayStations. I used to sell CDs and DVDs. I didn't even sell games. I never got to sell games. But I got to close shop. It is what it is. It is what it is. I will never understand it. I'm not interested in understanding it. It's to me, it's amazing to hear people talk about something that they have absolutely no knowledge of. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Appreciate those thumbs up. I will never get it. I will never get it. But listen, man, it's 11, coming up on 11. I'm gonna boogie on out of here, man. I'm gonna skirt some dirt, man. I'm gonna get on out of here, man. I really, really, really appreciate you guys for being here. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, man, but you guys decided to rock out with me. So y'all know me, man. I'm gonna go ahead and do as I always say. I'm gonna blow this joint, and I will definitely catch you guys on the next one. All right, you guys have a good night.